Top of the morning, traders, and happy Wednesday, March 11th, and welcome to the Most Value Pack Live Trading Show, where we live trade, break down charts, cover high-impact events, and talk trader mindset. Hope everyone had a great day yesterday and is ready to kick off another opportunity-filled day. We did have CPI data this morning. It came in line with the forecast in the previous reading, the year-over-year number. So it's very important for us to exercise patience off the open. Let the market digest the data. Let the market digest the data before making any decisions. We are range-bound the past couple of days. We're trading in this very tight range. So it's very important for us to get some clear breaks. If you're an expansion trader, you want to see some clear breaks of support, clear breaks of resistance if you're looking for those expansions. If you try to front run, okay, unless it's part of your plan, you're using a proven system to front run, right? And you define your risk, right? You want to avoid doing that, okay? Sometimes there are times for you to front run, but I would say just wait until the break takes place, wait for the environmental conditions to align, and then shoot your shot. All right, what happened yesterday stays in yesterday. What happens today stays in today. The best way to capitalize off the opportunities today is to stay as present as possible or remove yourself from the results from yesterday, regardless if it was the biggest day, your worst day, if it was an okay day. None of that matters at this particular time. What matters is just being as present as possible, looking to take advantage of the best opportunities that are in front of you and avoid having a bias. All right, so very important. We're looking to open up here in the first couple, in about 5 seconds here. Tiny little gap up. A poll question for today. Poll question for today is bullish or bearish. All right, so bullish or bearish, make sure to fill that out on YouTube. We're officially open. A little baby gap up to open things up. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Okay, the Qs are the first ones. Qs are above PMH. Qs are above PMH. The PML got shifted to 674.75. 674.75. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Sol Invictus Dominion, good morning, everyone on YouTube. Make sure to like the video, guys. The goal is 100 likes by 10:30. We'll do the giveaway. 100 likes by 10:30, we will do the giveaway. As you're coming in, smash the like button. If you're a first-time viewer, let us know where you're joining from. Long-time viewers, take the next steps and join our team for comprehensive coverage. Okay, so far we are seeing the Qs above that PMH. Okay, AMD above the 206.59, so nice little continuation, day two continuation on AMD. Daily open is 677.59. 677.59. Okay, so we got some key zones down there and down here. So far everything's green right off the open, first couple of minutes. Anytime we get below that level, it becomes red. Anytime we stay above it, stays green. We have a nice little gap up here. Nice little gap up. Nice little gap up here. Nice little gap up. So right off the bat, the Qs are above that PMH. I want to see if the Qs can hold that PMH. Looks like semis can continue to push. Looks like semis continue to push here. I'm going to keep an eye on AMD. Okay, keep an eye on AMD. All right, so let's see if we get that nice little push into PMH. IWs are back above that daily downside breaker. So it did get below, open up below that daily downside breaker, so prior day lows. Now it's trying to get back above it. So the Qs have that strength. See if the Dow can join the party. The Dow's weighing us down here. We're all above VWAP to open things up. We're above VWAP. So first things first, the Qs are off to the races. More specifically, the semiconductors. More specifically, those semiconductors are off to the races. So AMD up 1.9, MU up 1.9, NVIDIA up 0.5. Anyone babysitting any swings? Anyone on babysitting duty swings? We didn't really get a gap up or a gap down, so we're basically back where we closed up. So all eyes on the down, right? As the Qs continue to push higher, what does the Dow want to do? So to kick things off, we are in that situation where the Dow's pushing lower, the Qs are pushing higher. You can see the Qs are already at that 50% retrace, 50% retrace of that daily. If it can hold, it turns into a reclaim. If it just gets a nasty wick above it, falls back under it, turns into a retrace reject. You can see SPY trying to climb its way to 679.09 as well. We can see the VIX is back below 25. So it wants to continue to pursue this 24 territory. That gives us a nice little opening for a continued push higher. We just need the Dow to join the party. We just need the Dow to join the party. Keep in mind the market, we did get CPI. CPI is a red folder catalyst, so keep that in mind. Let the market digest the data. IV's at 31. Looks like 31 is a new norm, okay? Between 25 and 35, that's basically the new norm, okay? That is the new norm. As long as that the conflict in the Middle East cloud hangs over the market's head. Okay, so let's see if we can interact with that daily open. 677.59 is that daily open. Let this thing chop around if it wants to. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone on YouTube. Good morning if you're just jumping in. Make sure to smash the like button. Let's get the likes up, guys. 100 likes. We'll do the giveaway. We'll have 90 plus people joining us this morning. Okay, so make sure to smash the like button on your way in. Think of that as the entry fee, okay? At the door, smash the like button. Good morning, Structure. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Poll question for today. Bullish or bearish, 9:30 to 11:30. So far, we're bullish. 58% of the chat says we're bullish. 42% of the chat says we're bearish. POC, 678.07 POC on SPY. The Dow's back below VWAP, so the Dow's selling off. Okay, now IW is back below VWAP. Back below VWAP after rejecting off 252.40. 252.40, that daily downside breaker, came into it, rejected off it. So now the question becomes, as IW starts selling off, as the Dow starts selling off, does it drag the Qs to the downside? If it does, SPY starts to sell off as well. If we can reclaim 25, that on the VIX, that helps the sell off. Helps that sell off on SPY. We're going to continue to remain patient. 5-minute orb army on the clock. Let's mark out those levels. If you trade the 5-minute orb. Okay. Those are the levels. We do have that gap up. Baby gap up. But gap up nonetheless. So that 5-minute orb looks like. Okay. Good morning, Tujin. Oh, yep, tiny gap. 100%, I agree with that. Might need 2 cups of those. Might need 2 cups of that coffee. That's more like a bowl of coffee. Good morning, Jose. All right, so just remain patient, guys. Just remain patient. Unless you see something that aligns with your setups, there's nothing for you to do. All right, again, we're seeing IW, nice retrace, reject on IW. Okay, it comes into prior day lows. So now the indexes are out of sync. So now this is more of a rotation. Okay, we're seeing the Dow pump. Okay, we're seeing the Qs pump, the Dow and IW. Right, it's starting to, and we're seeing Bitcoin go as well. Bitcoin is taking off. Uh, 678.38 is the top of that 5-minute orb. 678.38 is the top of that 5-minute orb. That has room into monthly open initially, 678.62. 678.62. Okay, if you do trade the 5-minute orb, put some parameters around it. Put some parameters around it. Okay, the IW is starting to wick. IW is just starting to wick here right before getting into PML. So if the Qs continue to push and IW and the Dow start to course correct and push higher, that's going to help. That's going to help our case. 5-minute orb on the Dow, on the Qs playing out nicely. See if you can hold that level. See if the Dow and the IWM can flip back to being green on the day. If they can flip back to being green, that'd be great. That will be great. No trade in 5-minute orb today. I'm going to be patient, 100%. Especially this week, that the first handful of minutes have been tough, right? Starts to clean up latter half of first shift going into second shift. Okay. We're above POC as we head to PMH. See if you can hold above POC. Can we hold above POC, or do they want to trap the range traders and pull this thing back lower? Okay, nice little gap up. We'll just use that as a gap up for now. The jaws, the gap is here. So 50% retrace right there. Okay, we're starting to see the VIX is doing what we needed to do, pushing to the downside. Good morning, Venus. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We're still within the prior day's range. We're still within pre-market high, pre-market low. The only thing above the pre-market levels is the Qs. Okay, everything else is within pre-market high, pre-market low levels. Everything else except IWM is within prior day's range. IWM is trading below yesterday's lows, under 252.40. Under 252.40. See if that POC 678.07 can hold up. Thank you for supporting the channel, Matt. For refill on my coffee. All right, the VIX is doing what we want to see it do. All right. We want it to continue to push lower. Okay, the down goes the Dow, down goes IW. Okay, so in this case, nice little trap above those highs. So if you took that, if you took the orb in this case, depending on your risk, you get stopped out, right? You never want to get wiped out. You don't want to be in a scenario where you get wiped out. If you don't take it, no harm, no foul. No harm, no foul. Let's get the likes up on YouTube, guys. 100 likes before 10:30. We'll do the giveaway. As we're coming in, make sure to smash the like button. As you're coming in, smash the like button. Okay, all the indexes are red except the Qs in relation to their daily open. We're starting to break. See if we have some room to break. We're trying to enter the jaws of that gap. So we came above POC, trap above POC, starting to slide. VWAP 677.11. 677.11. 677.11. Okay, Shockwave 15 hour. Shockwave 15 times coming up in 2 minutes. All right, the other side has been triggered. It adjusts that gap. See if we can hold below those levels. This has room until 50% retrace. If we can hold below 50% retrace, there's a good chance we can continue to work our way into the jaws that gap. What's really leading us here, guys, is the Dow. The Dow falling off a cliff, and now the Q's joining. So the Dow and IWM drag the Q's lower. And now if we go back to the Q's, okay, if we get that nice little shooter off of this level, if we close back below, 609.35 on the Q's, right, we go shooter, the next 15-minute juncture, we can go 2 up, 2 down. Okay, so we'll keep a close eye on that. In the jaws, the gap, we fell below 50% retrace. VWAP is right there, 677.09. Okay, let's see if we get that continue push lower. So the gap has almost been filled, just tapped into that gap, bouncing off that BOG. And just like that, BOG and a VWAP, and it goes the other way. Okay. Shockwave 15 time is here. Shockwave 15 time is here. Make sure all of it is on. Okay, it's all on. All on. Okay, there we go. Good to go. Okay. So unless you're playing traps, right? Scalping the traps, there isn't nothing really high quality. Nothing really high quality. VWAP 677.10. That's going to be critical there. Take this off and put this on. So the levels are as follows. Put trigger 251.01, IWM, Qs 608.95, SPY 677.16. So in that case, if we can work our way to those levels, what I want to see is I want to see the VIX crawl back above 25 and accelerate. I want to see the VIX crawl back above 25 and start to accelerate. Okay, IW continues to sell off. IW continues to sell off. See if IW can print that signal. Put this here. Okay, IW broke that level. Down goes SPY as well. I want to get a hold below those levels. Okay, I'll take IWM right there. IWM puts. Okay, on IWM here. Using this risk here. Okay, see if I can target those lows. If you did take this, manage accordingly. TP where you need to. Okay. Up 10% on IW. Take some off right there. Okay, we'll let the rest run. See if we can stay back below this level here. Okay, already scaled out 10 on IW. Okay, SPY also triggering. SPY triggered as well. SPY already hit target. That target is very small. It's a very small target. So as long as this doesn't get taken out on IW, I'll let this go to target with the runners. Okay, SPY. SPY also breaking down. The targets are very short because the initial range is very tight. Okay, so that target one already hit on SPY. And you don't take SPY. If you took SPY, tremendous job. So now if we get a print on the Qs, that sell-off continues. I'll babysit IW in the meantime. So that first target already hit on SPY. See if you can hold below 675.80. We're getting a relief pop here. Relief pop here. So my risk on IW is a close back above here. Okay, so I'll let this runners ride out. Okay. See if you can hold below PML, 251. If SPY can come back into this territory, I'll be there for it. Put signal on SPY came in right at 948, 948. I want SPY to get nice little relief bounce off of this target would be great. So again, guys, already hit target. Just keep that in mind. That target is 66 cents. The reason why the target is short is because the range is short. Tighter range, tighter target. Wider range, wider target. So IWM is right at that PML. Okay, the Qs are below. Beautiful job, guys. If you caught that, put a $sign in the chat. On the Dow, IWM, wherever you caught it. Looks like the SPY on the SPY are the Qs. Looks like SPY is playing out nicely. Man, that SPY drop was nice. How we doing, strikers? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? That was beautiful. Holding one runner. Good, good, good. Gap closed. Absolutely. Just need SPY to bounce here. Put this here for a second so I can see. TP already hit on SPY. TP1 hit on SPY. So in this case, babysitting IW here, IWM runners. So you get that retrace reject off of it. The Qs are also signaling as well. See if the Qs can get that retrace reject off that 608.95. 608.95. So what I'll look for is a retrace reject here on SPY. And you're gonna take that if you took that $sign in the chat. Okay, make sure you're taking your profits. That already hit target. We're coming back at that 675.80. Getting a relief pop here. Okay, we'll have to get stopped out on IW runners here. So they didn't go anywhere. Okay, close out there. So wanted to see if I can take it to target on IW. Runner stopped out. Okay, so now SPY's back at this retrace reject territory. See if we can get a retrace reject. How we doing, strikers? Anyone else take the SPY drop? So came close to target 2. If it falls back under it, I'll be there for SPY. Only thing is I want the VIX to get back above 25. I like that wick. I like that wick there. Close the majority. Good, good, good. TP where you need to, guys. Oh, that was right. That was nice right there. So you can come back in. VIX above 25 would be great. VIX above 25 would be great. Don't get back above 677.01. 677.01 is that VWAP. The Qs are bouncing off VWAP. Qs are bouncing off VWAP here. If we can hold below 676.80, that'd be a good sign. Okay, let that candle close. We're right at VWAP here. So I want to see the VIX get above 25. Inside candle on the 5. Want to see a nice wick once again. If I can get a nice wick once again, reclaim a 25 on the VIX. I'll take SPY to the downside. Okay, I'm in SPY here. Took the calls by accident. Let me get out of here. Okay, took the calls by accident here. That's frustrating. Okay. Anyone take that? If you took that, that was a nice retrace reject. Second time that happened. If we can get one more bounce, I'll take it. Right, accidentally clicked on the calls. This is a nice entry there if you took that. That's basically the perfect entry. Okay. I got away with it yesterday, but that's a little too frequent on my end, taking the wrong contracts. Taking the wrong side. So you get one more bounce. Right, it's too low for me to chase it. So I have to wait for it to reestablish. If I was able to catch it, that's about a 65-cent drop. If you can come into this territory one more time, I'll be there for it. VWAP is still there. So again, if you can hold below 676.80, you're good to go. Close majority, Firefly, no trades yet. Stop loss minus 10%. Good, good, good. See, we got one more push. Okay, green. Okay, good job, Joe. Good job, guys. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe. See if the VIX can get above 25 as we come into this territory. We're right at VWAP, so it can go either way. The Qs are above VWAP. They're trying to bounce off VWAP, potentially go flag off VWAP. That's what they're trying to do. So don't want to see that on the Qs. Okay, I wanted to continue to dig into that territory. Just want to see a nice push above 25 on the VIX. And a nice 1-minute combo. I'll take it to the downside once again. Risk being, of course, the top of that. Risk being that 678.17. 5-minute candle still inside. So let's see if we can wait a minute. So critical juncture here. All right, I have view up as well. All right, I have VWAP. Okay, the Qs are starting to break that VWAP. Nice little downward compression out VWAP. Okay, it's turning into a reclaim. Okay. See the VIX rejecting out of that 25. We reclaimed it. Just waiting that extra minute. Okay. Helped avoid that massive push. Very volatile to kick things off. See if you can fall back below it. So the Qs are starting to break. Qs are starting to pump. Okay. Do we take out the other side? So the more of an aggressive rejection this turns into after 25, all right, the more this thing will start to climb. Right, tried to take the puts here for a quick scalp. Took the other side, then got stopped out. Took IWM to the downside, and then got stopped out on runners. And now SPY is starting to pump as the VIX starts to dump. SPY, look at that, guys. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that all of a sudden. All right, that VWAP break, that VWAP downward compression break is really leading us, guys. Look at that pump. Wow. Hopefully someone caught that. Strikers, anyone caught that? Anyone caught that? See if this 5-minute candle can come in slightly. If it can come in, at least retest that 678.86. That would be great. So that break, guys, already hit 2 TPs. That break on SPY smashed through 2 TPs. Nice little key zone here. See if we can come back into this territory for a nice little retest. If you caught that break, beautiful job. Look at the VIX. Straight to 24. Straight to 24. Okay. See if we can come back into the jaws of this key zone. PMH retest, monthly open retest. The lower the better. If we can wick out of there, I'll be there for it for the upside. I want it to come a little closer, but I'll take that PMH retest. So you can hold above PMH for that continued expansion. Remember where we sent the game plan. Break above PMH. So you get a retest of it, continue to push higher. Get like right in that area. PMH daily open and that breaker. If we slice right under, back under it. Want to see a nice hammer here on the 1. Want to see buyers start stepping in. See if there's any buyers at those lows. There's no buyers. Wow, what a trap. They're playing a vicious game this morning, guys. They're playing a vicious game. Look at that. So we break, we hit target, we come back lower. So we hit targets on both sides. Okay, this is got to be quick with the scalps, guys. So no hold of this key zone. No hold. That 5-minute candle is looking to turn into a shooter. See if you can get back above that 678.86, 62, 678.62. For that to really go, guys, we need to continue break below 24 on the VIX. See if that can turn to hammer. Hammer, reclaim monthly open, continue to push. We'll be there. Reclaim PMH. Get that PMH reclaim right there. Break is 678.86. If we can do that, I'll take it to the upside for that reclaim. So get back above this territory here. I'll take the reclaim. If we can't get back above it, we just let it do what it needs to do. Go, go, go. Okay. Take a call. Calls right there. Might have been an early entry, but I'll take it right there. 10 to 15% risk. Down 7, down 8. If it starts to break below these lows, I'll get stopped out. Not the best entry. So you can get nice little push, one more push. Right, just waiting for that break. Would have saved some time, but again, we'll take it. Don't want to see a break back below these lows. See if you get that continued push inside on the 5. Okay, I want a nice push. I want a nice push here above 678.86. If that can take place, that'd be great. If we fall back below these lows, 10 to 15%, we'll get stopped out. If we get back below that 678.17, we'll get stopped out. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Okay, up 4. I want that continued push. I want to hold above PMH. Okay, if you did take this, manage accordingly. I want to hold above that monthly open as well. I want it to start to go. Okay, everything's inside on the 5. Inside on the 5 here. Stay above this territory. Stay above that territory. If we fall back below 678.17, we'll get stopped out. Close back below here, we'll get stopped out. Okay, so I'll let it ride out until then. That should be about 10 to 15%. So you get above PMH. Down 14, 15. Okay, we'll close right there. Okay, we'll close right there. Stopped out. So stopped out there on those calls. Right? That was the fine line, right? Fine line. If it can get back above it, I can re-engage as long as the VIX continues to push lower. If it continues to collapse, then we'll let it be. I want to see that continued follow through above PMH. Knowing that we have that daily 50% retrace there, weekly 50% retrace there, I want to see that continued push back above PMH. But couldn't get it in time, and of course now stopped out. Okay, so we peaked above PMH. It looks like they're trapping above PMH. How we doing, strikers? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Be patient. The real trade is coming. Right, just be careful, guys. 40%. Beautiful job, Carlos. Still have one runner. Trump news. Is there news, guys? Let's take a look. How are we doing on YouTube? First time here from Central NY. Welcome, Matt. I think we're going to get a bullish start and take back the gains today from Friday. Okay. So far in SPY, 2 trades. One was I wanted to take the puts here. Ended up taking the calls accidentally. Of course, closed it immediately and then stopped out here for a continued push to the upside. IWM took 1 trade there as well for nice double digits. Stopped out on runners. All right. So far, 3 trades, misexecution, 1 stop out, 1 win. So I'll wait until second shift and we kind of just resolve in this area. All right, this is violent. This is very violent, guys. Very violent. Okay, so if you do get stopped out, don't keep hammering the buy button and get frustrated. Okay, step back, recalibrate, see what you can take advantage of. And if you see this break, the break already hit the target. This break here already hit target. All right, so since the range is so tight, okay, the break already hit the target. All right, so they're choosing violence. Violence this morning. And we're still within that daily range, within that prior day range. Okay. Still within the prior day range. Let's take a listen to CNBC here. Give me 1 second. Okay, let's pull up friends at CNBC. Now we're back in the middle of that range. IEA to release 400 million barrels of oil from strategic reserves. Okay, crude is starting to spike here. So that nice little push from 24 to 25 to 24 already took place. Now we're starting to bounce. Let's zoom out just for a second, go back to our game plan chart. We don't want to deviate too much from the game plan chart here. Okay. So, of course, we're coming to that PMH. We talked about the 2 scenarios into that territory. This run up and this, of course, that trap above it and push lower. So my trade in that territory was an attempt at this continued run up. Continued run up and validated. Okay, then now this thing's starting to push lower. The question becomes, if it starts pushing lower, how do we interact with these lows down here? Do we have enough fuel off of this trap to break through these lows, or does this act as support? Okay, so this is what I was pursuing here. Okay, we got that break, come back and retest it. Okay, and try to reclaim it back above it. Did see a little bit of green, but I wanted to see that nice little push for that double digits, and then eventually got stopped out. Okay, very aggressive action, guys. Aggressive price action. Speeds up and slows down at will. All right, speeds up, slows down, chops around, wicks. Okay, so exercise caution. Next entry, yesterday's close. If it can hold that support. Yesterday's close is right there. Yep, 677.18. Yesterday's close is right here. Yesterday's close is right there. $677.18. I think we're going to get bullish And it started to take back gains later today. Okay, if we take a look at our shock wave, you can see. Okay. On SPY, once it broke, it already hit TP. And of course, this candle took place so fast. That break took place so fast. So Ripple Arm, you can take advantage of that. TP, TP2 hit. Same thing as the Dow. The Qs. Qs breaks below, doesn't hit TP. Breaks the other side, hits TP. So this is the trade that we took here on IW. Right? Extracted profits before hitting that TP. Wanted to see if the runners can go. Runners didn't go. End up getting stopped out. Now we're just going back and forth. Back and forth. So the best thing is probably just wait 16 minutes. Wait until 10:30. Assess the conditions and look to take trades there if we continue to become range bound. One thing that we do know is we did take out that PMH. Right? If it wants to turn into a day where it's a PML dash. Right, we take out PMH, we gravitate towards PML gradually. All right, PML is down here at 674.75. All right, so we'll keep a close eye on that. Okay, so far we got this nice little support. Make sure to like the video on YouTube, guys. Help us get to 3,600 subs. We are 13 subs away. We can get it done. 100 likes is the goal. We have 120 plus people joining us this morning. Let us know where you're joining from. Let's get the likes up. We can get 100 likes. We'll do a giveaway. Our goal is to get up to 100 likes by 10:30. Let us know what you're doing so far. Stock markets are crashing. Job numbers are terrible. And we are headed to World War III. And we have the most. That's an old tweet, right? Yeah, that's an old tweet. Now, this is from 2024. This is during the campaign time. No more targets in Iran. The war is over. All right, he just gradually goes and you just get the pump. It was probably right here. This series here, this candle here is probably tied to that comment. Trade wins. Let's take a listen to our friends at CNBC.
The S&P 500 up about 0.6%. We did get a little bit of a bounce attempt after we got that announcement that the IEA nations are going to be releasing $400 million barrels of energy supply.
Okay, so IEA, 400 million barrels released. Nice little reaction to that. So again, that's the kind of conditions we're in, guys. It's very sensitive, right? Intraday, very sensitive to any of those headlines. Okay, or I should say, any new developing stories. Something that wasn't brought to our attention before. Another layer to the conflict gets added, and then we see a nice little reaction. So we did get that nice little reaction, and we're back to where we were before. Okay, so back to where we were before, and now we're getting back to that chop type of environment. So far, what we do know is we picked above PMH. We took out PMH. We came back below it. We did get below these lows. We have January lows right here, held at support. And we have prior day close right there. And now we're just chopping in the middle of that. So I'll wait until second shift to make the next trade. All right, if we continue to chop around. All right, it might not even be a bad idea just to leave it as is. Okay, very, very important we exercise caution, guys. Now look at that slowdown. Complete difference in the slowdown. Complete difference. First time, okay, I did. That was great. Anyone able to extract profits off of this drop or this pop? If you did, great job. All right, that initial drop was nice. Initial pop was nice as well. Let's take a listen here.
We're just simply not getting this open. As you know, there's a couple of outlets for crude that have come through from the Saudis' West-East pipeline, and Abu Dhabi can get around the straits. But the only oil coming out basically is coming out from Iran to China. And the ongoing situation, as you know, isn't that there's any kind of clear path towards the straits reopening. In fact, we seem to be heading in the opposite direction. You mentioned tech earlier, and we're very concerned about Taiwan, particularly obviously because of its to chips. You've got to remember here, it's not just about oil. You've also got the concern that we have about helium, which is vital for Taiwan's chip industry. You've got major issues with sulfur, with fertilizer, the list goes on. So it's an extremely concerning situation and continues to be.
Right. Yeah, we mentioned some of those other commodities you talked about. It is planting season. A lot of angst from the farmers here in this country about the price of fertilizer, nitrogen. Do you think?
Okay, we'll continue to chop in the middle of that range. Stopped out IWM calls. Had bad entry. Good stop out. It's very easy to get bad entries when the candles are very wicky like this. Very, very wicky. Apple. Let's take a look at Apple. Okay, Apple's still range bound. Trading within, I believe, in prior day's range. Yep, trading within prior day's range. Okay, so it's in the heart of prior day's range. If you're looking for expansion momentum move on Apple, 260.24 break. Okay, decisive hold. Below that for the puts, your risk can be 661.57. If you're looking for the calls back to the upside, decisive hold above 62.02. Okay, your risk can be 661.57, 662.02, break hold, risk 661.57, 660.24 break to the downside, risk 660.68. Okay, a lot of 60s in there. INTC, let's take a look at INTC. Oh yeah, Intel about to hit target. Take a look at some names here. Okay, SPY's working its way to those lows. So semis continue to be the leader. Semis and energy. Semis and energy. Okay, so you get that hold. SPY starting to break. Again, VIX kind of in the middle of nowhere, right? Not at that key level. So see if we can get it to make a nice decisive move here. Qs are back below VWAP. SPY back below VWAP. The Dow back below V. It was below VWAP the whole time. And IWM trying to make a nice push back to 252.40. 250, 240. Okay, we got a ripple here. See if they continue push. Okay, what a drop. So nice break of that support, nice drop. Okay. Okay, anyone catch that nice drop? That was a nice drop, guys. Right at prior day close and that 67716. If you got that nice entry, that's great. Don't have your entry near the target. That's a late entry. See if we get a dead cat. See if we get a nice little retrace reject off of it. Same type of setup here. So I don't mind taking that again for a retrace reject. If the waves are waving to the downside, nice little curl up into the compression under the waves. I'll be there for that. Anyone catch that last little drop? 100% King Kev 07. Okay, now VIX is starting to wake up. 2 runners left, cutting may cut soon. Good, good, good. I think you're in great position, Hero. 2 targets down. You can start to trail if you took that. So you can see here. Again, since the range is so tight, this initial range is so tight, right? It's very easy for us to hit those targets. Getting that breakdown on the Qs as well. All right, so we already hit target 1, target 2. We're at the monthly downside breaker. Monthly downside breaker. NVIDIA announced partnership with MBS. When is the NVIDIA GTC? Let me take a look. I think it's coming up. If you're green up until now, guys, that might be as good as it gets. You don't want to give that back. NVIDIA conference, when is that? Okay, the 16th. 16th to 19th. That PMA trap was beautiful. If you're in that, milk it with those runners. The Qs fell below PMH. The Dow's, the IWM was about to fall below VWAP. It's right at that VWAP. What a drop, guys. Beautiful drop. We're back above 25. So it tells you that the signal puts a little further from the entry. Right, but you want to use that signal as for guidance, all right? For guidance, for directional guidance. Okay, we're about to smash target 3. Qs smash that target as well. So a couple of shakeouts, followed by a nice break. Qs are at that first target. So if you take IWM, 2 stop loss on IWM on both sides, if you scalp it, you can walk away winner. But if you're holding the target, or if you're trader 2 profile, you stop out. If you're trader 1.5, meaning you do have that scalp brain and use runners to hit target, then you walk away with profit, and then you get stopped out on runners. If you're trader 2 profile, right, you just get stopped out. So we're at a target. We're at the 3rd target already. 3rd target already. So again, it's very difficult to go short off targets. Can we continue to break? Absolutely. See if we can get a relief pop off a target. That daily downside breaker is coming up. Remember the thesis from earlier, right? Our game plan thesis, it played out, but there was some manipulation to it. Of course, to grab those highs, pushing lower. Now the question is, as we come into these lows, guys, this is support coming into it. Do we have enough to break? So put in the chat, do we have enough to break below this low and really start to sell off? The real sell-off is here. The real sell-off is here, between this runway here. The real sell-off is between that 675.74 to 660 to 671.30. 675.74 to 671.30. That's the real sell-off. Right? Now we're coming to this territory here. If we start to bounce again, okay, then we continue to be range bound. Range bound meaning this is the trampoline, that's the brick wall. So it's going to be on us to wait for the extremes. Okay, and just like that, we're starting to catch a nice little bid. Trend is still to the downside. Okay. We do have a nice little key level right here. And that target there, that kind of encompasses that first wave. See if we get some sort of reaction, some sort of shooter off that level. Only issue is the VIX is going back south. When the VIX gets to a level, goes south, we start to bounce, and possibly start going the other way. And you don't capture that. If you did, congratulations, tremendous job. 670, but 680 candle gave me a good entry earlier at a lower risk. Beautiful job. 71% for Fido. Look at that guy, Sancho, 1400. Hero, 3 for 3 green. Tremendous, 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 guys. Tremendous, tremendous. Okay, let's see how we interact with that key level. 670, 680. 670, 680 coming up. How are we doing so far? Folks on YouTube, good morning, Amy. Good morning, good morning. Let's get the likes up, folks. Let's get the likes up. Today we're going to do the stream until 11:30, 12. I do have a couple of things to take care of. Okay, so if you're green up until this point, make sure to stay clean. Make sure to stay clean. See if that 1 minute candle can hold below that. Get a nice little retrace reject. Okay, nice little retrace reject there. See if there's some follow behind that move. Give me 1 second, guys.
Vast majority of that is already contracted for and accounted for. So we're really not concerned about that this capacity goes unused. But again, when you're building anything, as we know, with construction projects, there's delays and plans might shift around, especially if you have contingency and backup options. But I think this quarter was a reassuring sign that things are moving in the right direction.
Tyler, appreciate it. Good guidance as to helping us understand what's going on with the shares today. Good to see you. Tyler
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Time now for a CNBC News update. Seema Modi has it for us today. Morning, Seema.
Good morning, Sarah. The first new oil refinery in 50 years could be coming to the Texas coast.
Okay, nice little drop there. See if there's some follow behind into those lows. Into that 675.15. And then, of course, we have that 675 psychological level. Nice collision with the waves. Nice little slide to the downside. So that's already a nice 70-cent move. All right, if you TP there, push it into there, you can maybe get $1.30 out of it. We're back below monthly downside breaker. And you want to take this right here. Nice retrace reject. VIX fueling up, back above 25. Good, good, good. Nice little channel on SPY. Let me zoom out. Oh, you're looking at it like this, trade wins. I can see it. These lows and those highs, yep. So you're looking at that from this angle. If you took that slide to the downside, dollar sign in the chat. If you took that slide to the downside, dollar sign in the chat. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, already hit that target. See if you can come back one more time. See if you can come back one more time. NVIDIA, let's take a look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA did break. Now it's in the middle of that daily range. Hard of that daily range. QQQ is already at that second target. IW some sort of head and shoulder, right? If you said head and shoulder, left, head, right. Neckline being that descending neckline here. If those highs don't get taken out, possible. Okay, starting to catch a bit off those lows. Let's see where this drives us. Let's see where that drives us. Two green scalps, good for me. Beautiful job, beautiful job. If you're green, stay clean. If you're green, stay clean. First shift is officially in the books. First shift is officially in the books. 6 minutes into second shift. So let us know you didn't first shift. First shift, I'm coming out of first shift red. All right. Primarily due to this trade here, took the wrong side. So second shift, I want to see if we can come grab those lows. Again, guys, make sure to like the video on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe. Help us get to 5,600 subs. We can do it by today, guys. If you're enjoying the content, smash the like button. Support the channel. We will do end of stream poll here shortly. Beautiful job, Thomas Johnson, 3020. Right, scalps. Right, so scalps. Our team is doing tremendous. Look at our team, guys. We got the best collection of traders during first shift. All right, 1,400. Two green. 1,400 on that last drop, two runners. All right, so no one doing anything crazy, wild, YOLOing, right? Everyone is disciplined, trading their system, being patient, managing their risk. All right, we're starting to catch a bid back the upside. If we reject out that 25, we continue to climb. We go back to the other side. If we Get back above 25, accelerate, turns into a retrace reject. Is this the same maneuver we're going to see? Let me show you something, guys. If you go to our daily recap, I post this every single day. Daily recap, post this every single day. What we saw is this: downward compression, break. Okay. Again, look at this: downward compression, break. Is this setting up for that kind of activity? We shall see. I'm done. I quit. I'm losing over 500 per day. Is it off the ore breaks? Primarily Firefly. Is it bad entries? %, IW from PML low. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Three, five, still red. Okay, guys, if you're red, if you're break even, if you're green, assess where you are. Make the note in your journal. So you get that nice little reclaim, hold above that 676.80. I like how we're starting to dump here. See if I can take the 681 lottos here. All the way back to the top side. That zone can hold. Everything or break, the indicator hits before I can get in. Reverse, I still have my position at 10 gain. Then it drops so fast, I lose every bit of it. I start off great, but now I can't catch a break. Yeah, I mean, the action today, I mean, has been very, very difficult. You saw the candles. The action was very, very tricky. And the thing is, we're still within prior day's range. Still within prior day's range. Even I still got stopped out here. Took the wrong side there. So a couple of execution things I probably need to clean up on my own, right? A little sloppy back-to-back days. Sometimes you get bailed out if you take the wrong side. Sometimes you don't. Not just today, all month. Nothing wrong with taking some time off. Firefly. Nothing wrong going to demo for a little bit of time. Right, just to, or even just sizing down completely and just getting the confidence back. I know there's very, very shaky conditions, very frustrating conditions. Oh, the unicorn. I was like, the unicorn, yeah. Unicorn, I can see it. Did we sweep those lows? We got equal lows, double bottom. And so we got that reclaim, starting to push. Yeah, first shift, tricky. All right. Again, the conditions are not getting easier, guys. So again, if you need to size down, one of the most important things to protect outside of your capital and trading is your confidence. All right. Once your confidence is gone, it's very hard to get that back. Right. So if it means, for the sake of protecting your confidence, I know if you're frustrated, if you're just not catching a break, things are not going your way, you enter a position, you get stopped, you're in drawdown immediately. right? Maybe take a day off, take 2 days off, and when you come back, size down, just to protect your confidence and regain your confidence. Because we're often tempted to start sizing up when we start to lose to make back what we lost, and that's actually counterintuitive. Okay, nice break, nice reclaim of that territory. So same kind of action we saw during the first 2 days. Okay, that's why it's so important to track what takes place. You can see break on Monday. Yesterday, break on yesterday as well. We continue to expand. So do we follow this pattern? If you took it off this reclaim, take it level by level, manage accordingly. 0 trades for me today. Nothing wrong with sitting on your hands 100%. If you need help with anything, Firefly, reach out to me. Send me a DM. Okay, I'm more than willing to help. You've been trading with us for some time, so you were doing tremendous. January, February, March has been tough. February was difficult as well. So February was difficult. March, the degree of difficulty has significantly increased. See if I can continue push. Anyone take lottos in that area? So for the lottos, it's targeting that third target, 680. So just sitting back and letting it cook. If you took just a regular position, you can scalp it into those pivot points back into that monthly open. I love this live trading group. Stumbled on it today. Welcome, Ali. Welcome. Again, guys, do me a favor. Smash the like button if you haven't already. If you're a first-time viewer, if you just jumped in, let us know you found our channel. Did you search it up on Google? Did you search it up on YouTube? Did you search it up in ChatGPT? Some people found us in ChatGPT. So let us know so we can continue to continuously improve the keyword so we can get more, we can reach more traders. One for 4 today. So again, for those of you who are getting stopped out, all right. So same thing, just like a green day, stay clean. If it's red, don't let that get overblown and start over leveraging and going down that path. If you're done, be done. Tremendous job, ERA. All right, you usually take one to 4, 1 to 5 trades. March is historically a hard month to trade. I'm literally trading single contract this month purely because I'm protecting my losses. And the moves are large enough where I can scalp $100, $200 a day on green and lose 50 to 100 on red. That's really great approach, right? You're protecting the overall account, playing defense, but opening up the risk more on that one contract, right? That's very smart, very intelligent. And plus we have witching, right? We have a triple witching coming up next Friday. We go again tomorrow. That's the right mentality. Triple witching. Next Friday is triple witching. All those contracts expire. So even more volatility to be injected into the markets. A lot of shifting, back and forth, maneuvering. Let's get the likes up, guys. We're only at 62 likes. We already had 400 people stop by already. All right, so again, keep liking the video. That tremendously helps. The thing is, we have moments where price is sporadic and then followed by moments of slowdown. And that's directly tied to the key levels. So now we're in the middle of first shift's range. Keep in mind, we're still within prior day's range. So if this turns out to be an inside day, right? If we don't break 674.27, okay, and don't break 684.10, we're going to stay inside. Too many quick price action. For me, we'll take my 117. Go relax. Absolutely, guys. Okay. I do have a family in town, so I'll be ending the stream. We'll be ending the stream today, 11:30, 12 o'clock. In the meantime, 3,600 subs, 100 likes. Let's hit that threshold before that time, before 11:30. We will do the giveaway, guys. We will do the giveaway. So far, 3 trades. 1 trade worked in my favor. Stopped out here. My regular trade here stopped out. This one was looking to scalp some puts. Wrong side. This one came and went. This one came and went as well. Beautiful job. Beautiful, beautiful, guys. Let's take a listen here.
Things. One, the idea that political change in Iran is imminent. I see no evidence of that. The idea that military operations would continue for months is a nightmare. It's a nightmare for energy prices, indirectly for fertilizer costs and food prices. It's a nightmare for anyone who wants to build a data center in the Gulf states. So again, I think it's in our interest to try to bring this
data center in the Gulf states. How are we doing on Google Meets? Our team on Google Meets, how we doing, guys? How we doing? You're finding your spots, you're getting stopped out, extracting profits. How has it been so far? Definitely overtraded a bit during first shift. Chat is split, so 52% bullish, 48% bearish. Right, just a very thin margin today. Very thin margin today. IW is back above VWAP. Okay, IW finally taking off. Okay, IW finally taking off. So look at IW, for instance. All right. So again, this was our first trade I took. So in this case, took a majority off a little before, and then it got stopped out on those runners. So if we just say, hey, you know what? Let's just see if it hit target. It got stopped out. It got stopped out. Okay. So in this case, same thing. Stopped out. So in this case, you're down 2R. And then finally, hits target. So worst case scenario, if we take into consideration fills, if we take into consideration fees, if you have fees, if we take into consideration margin for error for execution, depending on where you get filled, this is small red or break even type of situation. Because this, okay, if you take it out that TP, okay, cleans this up, cleans this up. That's if you're taking it to TP. If you're scalping it, then you can maneuver through all of them. That's on IW. On the Qs. Qs you can see. So we'll take it target to target. Okay, here, stopped out. Didn't hit target. Okay, here worked out. And here worked out. Okay, so in this one, we know it's very hard to time this one because it was a parabolic push. So unless you were right there and you took it at that particular time, right, it's hard to be positioned for that, right? But just if we just take a look at it, just for what was provided, right? One stop out, this hits target, this hits target. So on SPY. Same thing, SPY actually worked out better than everything else. So SPY hits target. A lot of you caught that nice little drop. Again, hits 3 targets. Okay. And then again, this one was hard to catch. Why? Because it happened so fast. All right. So situationally, we have to always try to be honest on how things unfolded. This candle, it's a hit or miss if you can get involved. If you can click the button on time, you're there. If you can't click it on time and you don't want to chase, you're probably not there. So regardless, SPY all hit target. Right? So all 3 times it did hit that target. So in this case, IW was a laggard. And IW hit target already. So if you're trading this type of system, you have to be resilient. From the standpoint of just understanding, hey, you know what? Stop outs are going to take place. But as long as I'm taking my stop outs when I need to take them, and if I really work the system, the odds will eventually work in my favor because it's a positive risk reward. It's a positive expectancy. But the ebbs and flows of getting stopped out, right? Maybe not getting filled. Those things are going to naturally happen. There's no way for us to totally eliminate that. Right? Execution matters. Okay. So now we're in the middle of the range. Middle of the range, chopping around. If you can see, we came into this territory. Right? What did we do? We came to this territory and bounced. So we were saying avoid going short. Avoid going short. As tempting as it is, avoid going short here until that level breaks. Okay, and of course, a lot of shorts are trapped. We get that nice little push. And now we're in the middle of the range. Now you can see we're basically internal to the brick wall trampoline. We have a micro brick wall trampoline situation. So this is what we've been doing for the past 2 days. Okay. For the past 2 days, this is what we've been doing. It's almost like we're on standby. We peak above it, we wick, push lower. Come into it, we get bought back up, push back higher. So for us to trade outside of this and expand, we need that breakout, hold, continue push higher, breakdown, hold, continue push lower, and a flip of support, resistance, flip of resistance to support. Everything in between, support of support, resistance of resistance. If you don't like trading chop, don't touch it. Okay, so this is where we are. Okay, so we need the support and there's resistance to be broken for that expansion to come into play. If that doesn't take place, then we gravitate back towards the support off that resistance, from the support to that resistance as well. All right, so keep a close eye on that channel. So that resistance level that zone is 678.15, 680, 678.86. 678.15, 678.86. The support territory is 675.21, 675.91. 675.21, 695, 675.91. Okay, 675.21, 675.91. Core data is processing. AI just flipped. Huge 300K plus. Stop loss at 678.85. Okay. What AI are you using? OG Play 2K. Is there a particular AI? Is it? Did you build it, or is it a platform that you're utilizing? So nice break. And you want to take the lottos here? These 680 lottos. You take the 680 lottos here, from here all the way to 680. Okay. Slow grind higher. Slow grind higher to the upside. One trade so far. Good, good, good. Good morning. Gonna watch. Gonna be 70 in Salt Lake City tomorrow. So much for winter. Yeah, the weather is definitely starting to get nice out. Okay, so soon we'll be returning back to our regularly scheduled program. We've been stretching the stream a little longer to provide as much value as possible. Okay, so we'll return back to our regular routine on YouTube, 9:30 to 11:30. And of course, in the private Discord, in the Google Meets, we'll have that extended version and go into 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, depending on the day. All right, and for days where we have FOMC, days we have a major catalyst, we can always extend it. All right. So again, if you're looking for that, if you're looking to join, to take advantage of that, make sure to click the link in the description, link pinned to the chat, to take advantage and be there for that. Platform, but it trades NASDAQ, but I trade SPY and correlation is high. Okay, good, good, good. Those 680 lottos. Okay, if you take the 680 lottos, those are moving nicely. Okay. At this particular time, okay, they were at 1039. 1039. They were 60 cents. Okay, they're up about 40, 50 bucks now. They're about $1 and some change now. Right, so if they can become in the money, okay, within this shift, they have a chance of going to 185. Okay, 185. Okay, 30 likes away from 100, guys. By 11:30, let's get 30 more likes. I want to do the giveaway. We've been doing the giveaway every single day, I think for the past 7 to 10 days. All right, this is day, what day are we on so far? This is day, starting to see a nice little sell-off on SPY here. Back to VWAP. Look at the VWAP. The VWAP is flat, okay? This is day, this is day 47, okay? Day 47. Looks like we got some breaking news. Let's see if it's actually breaking news. Let's take a listen.
From Strategic Reserves, Pippa Stevens first brought us that news and joins us now, Pippa, with how the market and the oil patch is digesting it. Hey, Sarah.
Okay, U.S. oil starting to go, guys. U.S. oil broke, crude broke 87.40. 87.40 got that break above that hourly high. Got that break above that hourly high. See if that continue push lower. When we get that continue push lower, if the VIX can start to bounce off that 25, I'll take it lower here for that breakdown, and I'll just let it go to target. So you get that nice little break. Like how that 5 is looking. I'll use the 673s. Small size, further strike, nice engulfing candle. See with that nice little break and hold below that level. I want the VIX to start to bounce. We're starting to see everything break down here. Okay, I'll take it right there. Okay, the fills have been okay, there we go. All right. So my risk will be here. If we close above that, we'll get stopped out. Okay, if we close above it, we'll get stopped out. Got above it, no close yet. Okay. Even though it's small autos, we get stopped out there. All right. So on that note, we'll be done for the day. We'll end the day red. Couldn't get that follow through behind it. Wanted to see if there was some wiggle room to the downside, and I'm getting stopped out. So tomorrow is the bounce back. Tomorrow is a bounce back. Really and truly, a little off on the execution on my end, a little slow. I did like this retrace reject here. This one I wanted to see if I can get a nice little drop with this spike in crude. Okay, so couldn't just get anything going today. All right, so 3 trades on SPY, 2 trades on SPY, 1 took the wrong side. All right, so I'll still consider that a trade. All right, 3 trades on SPY, 1 trade on IW. And we'll wrap it up there. Okay, now it's starting to go. If you can hold below VWAP, if you have more, if your risk is more aggressive and your TP is here, that's the only way you'd be in that. If your risk is conservative, if it's a 2-to-1, stopped out. What I was looking for while I was in that is, of course, a nice little bounce on the VIX. And there was no slowdown in that candle. So that's where I got trapped. Got trapped in that massive push higher. All right, it's going to continue to chop around, guys. Just be careful. No, that'll be my last trade of the day. When I do step away, I'll leave the charts on. Again, feel free to exchange ideas. We have a ton of people on the live in the private Discord. I'll stop recording because I have the recording of each episode. I'll stop recording, right? So whatever you say is not recorded, right? And again, feel free to share ideas in there, exchange ideas, unmute. I know a lot of you guys are working full time. It might not be convenient for you to share, but if you're behind the desk, and you want to exchange ideas, feel free, guys. Feel free. There's our community. It's a safe space. Okay, so again, using one another as a resource is just as important as all the resources in the community itself. Okay? Using each trader in the group as resources and really iron sharpen iron mentality, right, is just as important as the 6-hour course. All right. So feel free to do that. I'll leave that open. I'll look to wrap it up here in about 20 minutes. Okay. We did see oil spike, so what kind of gave me the confidence was that oil, nice little spike. I got that alert on oil, but it wicked. So if we can get that nice little continued spike, okay, continued push, you get that bounce on VIX, all right, then that's when I like that drop, but timing was a little bit off. Okay, so if the VIX starts to bounce here, oil starts to work its way back into those highs, we can see a nice little drop into those lows. So gravitation back from center to the outskirts. So it's either you take it from the middle to the outside, or from the outside back to the middle. We'll see you on Friday, Firefly. Hang in there. You're a tremendous trader. Absolutely vital. See you tomorrow. See if that can print. Wait for that to print. $10-year, 30-year up. Let's take a look at the 10-year and the 30-year. I usually look at the 20-year, but the 30-year. So the 3-year, okay, 3-year 3.6, 2-year 3.6, 10-year 4.2, up about 1%. The only time it becomes a concern is when, of course, the inverted yield curve. All right, so that's when the shorter dated exceeds the longer dated in return. That means a lot of pessimism in the future, and everything is being parked in the shorter dated timeline. So that's also something to pay attention to. So if you just wait for that to print as confirmation along with price action combination, you can sit in it. If you just kind of front run it like I did here, you get stopped out. If your risk is wider, you're still in. So I could have done a better job there. And you don't take that. You don't take that by any chance. Let's get to 100 likes, guys. 100 likes by 11:30 to do the giveaway. Let's get to 100 likes. So even that has room into 670, 680. See if we can break below and continue to push. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do so. We're 9 subs away from 3,600. That would be a huge milestone for our channel. Every subscriber counts, guys. We've been building this up from the ground up. We've been building from the ground up organically, day by day. Okay, all real subscribers. So 3,600 real people. Okay. Bull trap polymarket contracts, oil reaching $100 is priced at 0.66 per share, 66% implied volatility. That oil touches $100 again. Impossible to reopen. Strait of Hormuz. On the 5, doctor. Yep, I can see that. If we smash below those lows. Right, if I was just a little patient here, right, a little patient there, that works out. But yeah, hopefully you guys get the idea, okay? You can see what's taking place. You can see how things are lining up, how it's looking. Absolutely, you two have a blessed day. Okay, if you took that was the last one for the road. Again, this system will be available shortly. I'm putting the last finishing touches to the indicator, guys. Okay, it's more than an indicator, it's a system. Okay, so it will be available shortly. You can see you got a nice little shooter. It says puts right there. Of course, you do your confirmation here. You do your price action confirmation entry model. All right, that'll be all discussed in the documentation that comes with it. Again, the targets have been hit. Targets have been hit. Quick 30% on IWM. I feel better now. Tremendous job. IW continues to run. How's our friend IW? It did run up initially, and now it's starting to push back lower after hitting target. So if you're looking to short, a great time to short. Of course, you want to pair it with confluence as targets. Okay? Think of targets as areas where buyers and sellers exchange. Okay? Buyers buy it here. They sell it up there. And now selling pressure kicks in. We push lower. So those targets are areas where you can use these targets to gauge areas where you can see some potential shorts. With confluence. So tremendous job on IW. This already hit target. To give you some context, those contracts, I had them at 62 and they got to 116. So about 40, 50 bucks per contract. True, 30% is more than enough, Lynn. Beautiful, beautiful. I will do the end of the stream poll here. If anyone is riding that, congratulations. Milk it. Okay. Now what you want to see is for this to take a leg lower, below shift lows. For this not to turn into a trap, you want to see a continued acceleration above 25. Above 25, you want that continued acceleration. Huge red candle. I'm out 70%. Beautiful job, Brad. On the Qs. You took it on the Qs, Brad, or on SPY? Qs also dumping here as well. You can see QQQ. Also QQQ, boom, right there. So if the VIX starts rejecting off that key level, we can start to see a nice little bounce off those lows. Okay, if it slices through that key level, we slice through that second target. So you need that continued push above 25. Continued push above 25. If we can get 100 likes before 11:30, we'll do the giveaway. We're getting close, so make sure to smash that like button. 609 puts. Good, good, good. Okay. This is when the FOMO starts kicking in. If someone took this, my FOMO will drop a little bit. That was a nice move. Five-minute continues to sell. Now we're back in this area. So we're about to expand beyond this point. Critical juncture. If you're already in position, you can be in good position for that expansion, guys. If you're holding those runners, again, another TP hit on SPY. Okay, all three TPs hit on SPY. You need that acceleration above 25. If you can get that, you have a great seat into this. If you're treating it as a hold, all right? If you're on a diamond hand, some runners or something like that, you're in good position. If not, it will be very difficult to go short at this very, very moment. Okay, we can see some sort of retracement back into some key levels off of that grab, even though it turns into a dead cat bounce. Even if it turns into this, right? You can easily get stopped out off that initial bounce. Okay, so we already hit 3 targets. So this one just required a little patience on my end. So from a technical standpoint, if you just paired your entries with the signal, okay, this one might not get filled on that one, might not get filled on this one because that break, the signal came there. Even these two are more than sufficient. More than sufficient. I see a cup closing at 252 on IWM. Could bounce off that level. I'm done. Didn't get filled as planned. I lost a bit. Have a blessed day, guys. If you guys are getting stopped out, if you're red, the main thing now becomes tomorrow seeing green and not allowing the red to turn into big red. Okay? It's very, very important to have the ability to walk away. Right? Just as important as it is to walk away when you're green. So it's very, very important, guys. Oh, you're seeing the inverse cup and handle lid right here. Our bigger picture. No, a bigger picture one. Or this one. On the 1 minute, okay, yeah, I see this one as well. So we can get maybe a handle forming. So that drop. About a $2 drop. $2 drop. And look at that. If you try to short there at the target, it goes the other way. So targets are great pivots for areas where we can see bounces, right? Which can eventually either dead cat bounce, you can still extract profits off of. You can scalp a dead cat bounce, right? And every reversal, unless it's a V-shaped reversal, starts off as a dead cat bounce. Came into that level and rejected. Also on SPY as well, laying that nice situation there. It's funny that it's hard for me to see patterns at times, but when I see them, I really see them. So that means when you see them, they're legit patterns, so you're not seeing things. So whenever you see a pattern, just give us the heads up, okay? Let's see, we get a nice little handle here. Handle situation. All right, so again, coming into support, we need to violate that support, blast past support, and we open up that runway. Again, that 25 is going to be highly associated with this territory, so a blast past 25 on the VIX will help. And, of course, an acceleration back above these highs on crude, 87.49 will also help. If those two things can come into play, that can really help us drop here. Okay, that's going to really help us drop. That daily downside breaker's right there. PML's right there. So this is very scalpable. First shift low grab, scalp, nice double digits gain, extract, move along. About 67 cent, close to 70 cent opportunity. There's also first shift lows grabs. Okay. Any questions on YouTube? Got 129%. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. If you got that bounce. First shift log grab there. This can also turn into a unicorn. JB's in the chat. One of JB's patented patterns. Okay. So unicorn from illustration perspective. Simply, okay, you come in, you grab lows. Some sort of breaker. You grab these lows down here. Okay, you come into some sort of inefficiency. Okay, and then once you break it, if there's an inefficiency, plus that key level, in this area, you can either take the break with momentum and volume, or that draw into that level and that inefficiency. Only after that sweep. Only after that sweep. So that's what we're seeing here. Okay, so you don't take profit, market takes profit. You try to short at the very lows, okay? You try to short at these very lows, you get stopped out. You don't get, if you don't respect the stop, okay, then you get wiped out. Coming back into this territory here, that key zone. Initially, we came into it, we rejected, we reclaimed it, and now let's see if we can retrace reject off of it as the VIX starts to fade. As the VIX starts to fade. Let's see how many likes we got. If we can get 100 likes within the next 4 minutes. Giveaway time. We're at 78. We might fall a little short today. Any NBA fans? Any NBA fans? NBA fans. I saw that the player on the Heat scored 80 plus points. Bam Adebayo, 83 points. 83 points. I know a lot of the Kobe fans are not happy. All right. Second all time. Yeah. Now I think someone's going to try to make a run now. Right. Someone's going to try to score a 50 piece or 70 piece. It just takes one. Like, how can we correlate that with trading? Right. We can easily correlate that with trading. We can't come into every single day trying to score 83 points. So now should Bam come into every game, okay, looking to score 83 points. That's the equivalent of us catching a 100% trade, 150% trade. I'm coming in the next day looking to repeat that over and over again. Can you have a hot hand? Yeah, you can. Can you be extremely hot and do something outside of the norm? Absolutely. But 90% of the time, you have to operate within your average. You have to operate within your average. The bread and butter and the majority of your P&L is going to be comprised of what you do on the regular days. Right? Even though he scores 83, his season average, right, is probably going to go up, 1 point, 2 points? So we can correlate that with trading as well. Record is 100. The most amount of free throws. I think he had the green light. All right. To score 83 points, you're going to definitely, you have to have a green light, and it has to be a garbage team. All right. So sorry to any of the fans of the other team, but it has to be an atrocious team, because when Kobe scored 80, 81, guess who was watching that game, and guess who was a Raptors fan? Me. All right. So I was watching that game, and I used to root for the Raptors back then. I used to live in Toronto, and that was a complete nightmare. Right. And leading up to that, if you remember that season, he was on a streak. He was hot. That breakdown is going, guys. He was hot. Look at the VIX. VIX just broke 25. We're below Dale downside breaker. I believe he scored 60 plus in 3 quarters. And then he just exploded on the Raptors. So it's almost like the perfect environmental conditions have to be there. All right, so it's very similar with trading. If you want to get that massive trade, right, everything has to align. It has to be a nice expansion day. AKA, if you're going to score a lot of points, more than likely, it needs to be a trash team. You're not going to do that with a capable team. Okay, you're not going to do that with a capable team. <clears throat> 43 free throws, 46 shots. So he could have scored 100, right? If he had maybe, I don't know what his free throw percentage was. Maybe if you had a 90% free throw average out of those 43, or if you went 100, if you went 100 for 100% on the free throw line, right? 43 points, and then made a few more threes. So there was a way for him to get 100. And that's probably what he's thinking, right? Again, same thing in trading. Even though you get a massive trade, you're still going to be thinking about, if I held longer, okay, I could have made more. That's what he's thinking. We're over here talking about 83. He's probably thinking, I could have, if I made a few more free throws, if I'd have missed a couple threes, I could have easily been at 100. All right, so same thing in trading as well. The Wizards were mobbing, and the 4, they didn't care if anyone else scored. Yeah, the Wizards. Yeah, I think they've been garbage ever since John Wall left. What would be the analogy of a garbage team? A beautiful breakout expansion day. So a garbage team would essentially mean we can get our shot off easily. So very clean price action. Just a clean trend day. All right, we're breaking that level, guys. If you did take that last retrace reject, congratulations. If you didn't, don't chase. We're going to wrap it up here in a couple minutes. Now the question becomes, what does he score the next game? All right, he probably will in the new era, they have what is it called? Load management. So he probably won't play 2-3 games. Okay. The reason why Kobe's streak was phenomenal is because he was playing back-to-back, day in and game in and game out. Exit majority of puts, beautiful job. Look at that, guys. Sancho absolutely crushing it. Any questions, guys, before we log off? Any questions? One of our members called out the puts further dated contracts. Found his edge, crushed it. Any questions, guys? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? See if we're at 100 likes. If we are, we'll do the giveaway. If not, we'll look to wrap it up here. Make sure you subscribe, guys. Tomorrow, new day, new opportunity. We'll look to take advantage of the best opportunities. Okay, we're at those lows. See if we got to grab those lows, continue to push higher. Want to trade like Sancho? Yeah, I think he takes the first. He's explained his strategy. If you scroll up, Turbo, he kind of broke down what he looks for late yesterday. If you scroll up, where was it? Good morning, good morning, good morning. If you go back to yesterday, 4:06 p.m. territory, he breaks down what he looks for. Okay, we're at PML. We're at the bottom of these lows here. We already hit target. If we start to fall back below 25, so we can see weakness in the VIX, we get that reclaim, push back higher. Treat it as a scalp initially. It is a downtrend. That might be a gravitation back towards some of the waves. Any questions, guys? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? I'll leave the screens on for the remainder of the day, so I won't be by my desk, but if I won't sleep. Right? But again, feel free to unmute. So no giveaway today. We didn't hit 100. I'm just giving my lick back from 2025. Yeah, you'll get that back at this rate very soon. Probably within Q2 of 26. And then the last 2 quarters. Smooth sailing. But tremendous job, Sancho. And that's a testament to your resilience. Okay, not calling it quits. It's very easy just to say, you know what, this is not for me. It's too hard. It's too painful. Let me just walk away. Okay, no questions. We'll look to wrap it up here. Again, guys, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully, if you found value, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Let's get to 3,600 subs by the end of the week. If you're a first-time viewer, make sure you subscribe. Long-time viewers, make sure to jump in our community. There is now 6 spots left. Okay, 6 spots left. We will go back to our regular training schedule of being on YouTube until 11:30. So again, if you want to take advantage of the extended stream, we'll go back to that during Q2. Make sure to join our community. All right, community. The way to join, very simple. smartactiontraining.com. Use the code trial30, 30-day trial. Save 20% off. After that, $50 a month. Yearly plan. Take advantage as well. You have access to the delay-free, ad-free stream. All the resources, courses, our awesome, supportive, dedicated community traders from all walks of life, all experience levels, from across the US, and Canada, and Europe, all over the place. All right, a global community that we're building. So make sure to join the community, take advantage of the resources, use the code TRIAL30. If you're looking to take courses are available, coaching is available, everything is available, of course, on our site. If you feel compelled to support the channel on YouTube, that's also available. Okay, you can become a YouTube member. When you do access your membership benefits, you have access to a ton of videos, and also have priority access in the priority chat. That's available as well. Okay, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to stay safe for the rest of the day. If you're still in the trenches looking for trades, keep it near those key levels. Manage risk if you're done for the day, regardless of if you're red or green. Okay, tomorrow there'll be an opportunity. We'll take advantage of that opportunity, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe, and God bless each one of you.